Across the ancient landscapes of England, where mist clings to rolling hills and the stones of forgotten castles whisper tales of centuries past, ghost stories are woven into the very fabric of the nation. From the spectral legions marching along Roman roads to the lonely phantoms of wind-swept moors, the British Isles are arguably the most haunted place on earth. But among this legion of the lost, one story, one single solitary figure, has captured the public imagination like no other, transcending mere folklore to become a paranormal icon. Our journey takes us to the heart of rural Norfolk, to a place of imposing beauty and deep, unsettling secrets, Raynham Hall. For nearly 400 years, this grand country house has stood as a silent witness to the triumphs and tragedies of the powerful Townshend family. Its walls have absorbed the echoes of political intrigue, lavish parties, and, it is said, a profound and enduring sorrow that stains its very atmosphere. For within these hallowed yet haunted corridors walks a spectre so famous she is known simply by the colour of the dress she wears in death, the Brown Lady. She is not a malevolent force, not a shrieking banshee, but something far more disturbing, a silent, sorrowful apparition, a lingering echo of a life cut tragically short, forever bound to the place of her greatest suffering. Her legend was already whispered in hushed tones for generations, a chilling local folktale passed down through the staff and villagers. But on September 19, 1936, everything changed. Two photographers on assignment for Country Life magazine were documenting the hall's grand oak staircase when they captured an image so clear, so inexplicable, that it would become one of the most debated and analysed pieces of paranormal evidence in history. Known to investigators simply as Photograph 55, it purports to show the ethereal, luminous form of the Brown Lady herself, descending the very steps she is said to haunt. This single photograph catapulted her from local legend to global phenomenon. But who was this woman in the distinctive brown brocade dress? Eyewitnesses across the centuries, from King George IV to visiting nobles, have described seeing her. A figure with a luminous face, yet with the horrifying detail of empty, darkened sockets where her eyes should be. They speak of a sudden, bone-deep chill and an overwhelming wave of melancholy that follows in her wake. Is she truly the ghost of Lady Dorothy Walpole, the sister of Britain's first Prime Minister, locked away by a cruel husband to die alone within these walls? Is this photograph the definitive proof of a soul in torment? Or is it one of the most masterful hoaxes ever perpetrated? Join us as we descend the staircase of Raynham Hall, peel back the layers of history, and confront the enduring mystery of the Brown Lady. Within the ancient heart of Norfolk, England, stands Raynham Hall. For nearly 400 years, its walls have absorbed the secrets of the powerful Townshend family. It is a place of immense history, but beneath its stately veneer lies a story far darker, a chilling legend that has echoed through its corridors for centuries. It is the tale of a spectral figure, a woman in a brown satin dress, whose sorrowful apparition has terrified kings and commoners alike. The Brown Lady is believed to be the restless spirit of Lady Dorothy Walpole, the sister of Britain's first Prime Minister, Sir Robert Walpole. Born into a world of privilege, Dorothy's life was destined for the public eye. In 1713, she became the second wife of the formidable Charles Townshend, a man known for his volatile temper. Their union was meant to solidify power, but it would instead become the crucible for one of England's most enduring ghost stories. Before her marriage, Dorothy was rumoured to have been the mistress of the notorious libertine, Lord Wharton. Though the affair was said to have ended, the whispers of scandal followed her to Raynham Hall. When Townshend discovered his wife's past indiscretion, some say through incriminating letters, his fury was absolute. In the rigid society of the 18th century, a wife's infidelity was the ultimate betrayal, a stain upon the family's honour that could not be washed away. Her life was filled with scandal and heartbreak. Accused of infidelity, she was reportedly locked away in her chambers at Raynham Hall. The vibrant, well-connected lady was erased from society, a prisoner in her own home, forbidden from attending social events, and, most cruelly, denied contact with her own children. Her existence was reduced to a lonely, silent vigil. In 1726, the official records state that Lady Dorothy Walpole died of smallpox. But legend offers a more tragic explanation. Some say she died of a broken heart, wasting away from grief and isolation. Others whisper her death was not natural at all, suggesting a violent fall down the grand oak staircase until her death in 1726. It is this profound injustice, this unresolved agony and desperate longing, that is said to have tethered her soul to the estate. Many believe her soul never left those halls, forever searching for the life and the family that was so cruelly stolen from her. Guests and servants throughout the 18th and 19th centuries reported ghostly encounters. A pale woman in a brown gown drifting through the corridors, her hollow eyes glowing in the dark. Her presence was so unsettling that some guests refused to stay the night at the estate. For decades, the tale of the Brown Lady was a chilling piece of local folklore. But on September 19, 1936, a chance encounter would catapult her from a regional legend into a global phenomenon. Captain Hubert C. Provand and his assistant Indre Shearer were on assignment for the prestigious Country Life magazine. Their job was to photograph the stately interiors of Raynham Hall, and the last thing on their minds was capturing a ghost. As afternoon light faded, they prepared for their final shot, the grand oak staircase. Provand was positioned behind his large plate camera, head shrouded under the black cloth to focus the image. Shearer stood by, ready with the flash apparatus. As Provand made his final adjustments, Shearer, waiting patiently, suddenly saw something that made his blood run cold. He later described a vapory form slowly materializing on the upper steps. It wasn't a trick of the light. It gradually assumed the distinct shape of a veiled woman descending towards them. In shock, he yelled, "Quick! There's something on the stairs!" Provand, initially irritated and suspecting a prank, saw nothing. But trusting his assistant's urgent cry, he ripped the lens cap off the camera and triggered the flash, exposing the plate for one brilliant moment. Shearer was adamant he had seen an apparition, but Provand remained a skeptic. The true test would come in the dark room. As the photographic plate was submerged in developing chemicals under the dim red safe light, an image began to emerge. First, the familiar lines of the staircase, and then something else. There, descending the steps, was the unmistakable, translucent figure of a woman. It was exactly as Shearer had described. A spectral form, seemingly clad in a gown and veil, gliding down the steps. The figure was transparent. The stairs could be seen clearly through her ethereal body. Provand's skepticism evaporated. The photograph was published in Country Life on December 26, 1936, and later in Life magazine, causing an international sensation. The image became one of the most scrutinized photographs in history. Skeptics cried foul, suggesting double exposure or a smudge of grease on the lens. However, photographic experts who examined the original negative found no evidence of tampering. Both Provand and Shearer signed sworn affidavits detailing the event, their professional reputations on the line. The photograph of the Brown Lady of Raynham Hall remains a powerful and unsettling enigma, arguably the most famous ghost photograph ever taken. Since then, visitors claim to see her still, descending the staircase or standing silently at the end of long, dark hallways. Cold spots, strange lights, and feelings of dread are often reported. Some believe she is searching for peace, while others think she's reliving her tragic confinement, doomed to repeat it for eternity. Of course, skeptics argue that the photograph was a clever trick, a double exposure. They suggest the sightings are nothing more than imagination fueled by legend. Yet those who have seen the Brown Lady swear the fear they felt was very real. Nearly 300 years after Lady Dorothy's death, her story continues to fascinate. Is she truly a spirit trapped by sorrow and betrayal, or just a tale that grew larger with every retelling? The truth remains hidden within the walls of Raynham Hall. If you're drawn to haunted history and chilling ghost stories like this, don't forget to subscribe. It helps us bring you more of the world's most enduring paranormal mysteries.